It's me again, your favorite high school math teacher so far in your math career, because you're freshmen. Let's talk about factoring a trinomial because it has three terms, where we're not going to be able to use the shortcut. We're not going to be able to use the shortcut because my first number is not a 1. My a value is 2. Alright? But when I have a trinomial, three terms, I do know that I'm going to use the x method there, the product sum method. So, to start, remember my first step is always to look for a greatest common factor here. I don't see a greatest common factor, so I can go ahead and start with my product sum. Remember, up top goes 2, my first number, times my last number, so that's going to be negative 14. In the bottom is my b value, negative 13. So then my goal is to think of two numbers that will multiply to negative 14 and add up to 13. Well, I'm pretty sure that's going to be 14 and 1, and my 14 is going to be negative, so that it would add up to negative 13. But what do I do with that? I can't go to the shortcut and just say x minus 14 and x plus 1, because if I did that, it wouldn't get me back up to my original answer. So I have to kind of add a step in here where I rewrite my original expression here, but instead of writing negative 13x, I'm going to use the two numbers I just found. So negative 14x and a positive 1x, and then a minus 7. Notice how these two are the same thing. I just replaced this middle term with two terms that I got from my magic little product sum thing there. So now, we've talked about what to do when there's 4 terms involved. I split it down the middle and group the left side and the right side. Oh, I didn't quite get the middle there. There we go. Left side, right side. So when I start on the left side here, I take out the greatest common factor. Biggest number that'll go into both is 2. They have an x in common, so I take out an x. And I think about what would be left inside this parenthesis if I took out 2x. Well, it would be x minus 7. That would give me 2x squared minus 14x. Over here, if there's nothing I can take out of 1 and 7, I put a plus 1, because 1 and 7 don't have a greatest common factor. And then what would be left in the parenthesis would be x minus 7. Okay? Sorry, that's a plus 1. Okay? So as an answer, remember, tilt this. As an answer, remember I take what's in common down here and put that as part of my answer. And then my leftovers go in the second parenthesis. So 2x and a plus 1 will go in the other parenthesis. So watch that, rewatch this as you try to practice how to factor trinomials that have which aren't a shortcut way. So has an a value of more than 1. Enjoy!